Organizing and outlining your speech plays a very important factor in delivering an effective speech. It doesn't only help you stay on topic, but also helps your audience understand your main points. When preparing your main points, make sure to keep them separate. Flip-flopping from one point to another, back and forth, will confuse your audience. Using the same pattern of wording is also very helpful, as it'll make your speech more comfortable for the audience to listen to. It'll help them understand where you are in your speech, and help them predict your pattern. You can organize your speech in a variety of different ways, and you should choose your style based on the topic and what you feel makes the most sense. One way you could do this is by chronological order. This would make sense if you are describing someone's life, for example. Another way is through spatial order, like on a map. If you are talking about Italy, you may talk about Venice, tell me about what types of food and a little bit about the culture there, and then move on to Rome and describe the food and culture in that city. The third way to outline a speech is using a causal order. This is where you describe the cause in one key point and then describe the effect in another. A problem-solution order is when you present a problem in one key point and a solution in another. You can also sort your speeches by topic. This is called topical order. Simply put, connectives are words or phrases that connect your ideas. They can be used between keywords or to separate your introduction and conclusion from the body of the speech. They are important to think about as you develop your speech. They're a really important tool that will help you keep your points separate. Transitions, internal previews, internal summaries, and sign points are different types of connectives. Transitions simply help you transition from one point to another clearly, like in this example. Now that we have a clear understanding of the problem, let me share with you the solution. Internal previews preview the body of the next point before getting into the details. This is great for building up the anticipation for your next point. An internal summary is the opposite. This is when you summarize your point after it's been made. Really useful for technical presentations and a really good way to wrap up your points. Signposts are the clearest of transitions and connectives. Here you clearly state which point you are getting into before discussing it, like in the example shown. First cause of the problem is inefficient agricultural production. The second cause is recurrent drought in the affected countries. In your writing outlines, be sure to include these points: the title of your speech, the specific purpose, your central idea, introduction, main point, subpoints, connectives, conclusion, and bibliography. Preparing your writing outline is not difficult if you follow these guidelines. First, state your general idea and specific purpose statement. Then identify your central idea, which simply encapsulates your specific purpose and key points. Label clearly your introduction, body, and conclusion, and use a consistent pattern that makes sense to you. Be sure to state your points in full sentences, and label your transitions. That's it. Once you've completed your outline, it's time to create a visual framework. This is the format that you'll apply to your slides and or transparencies or whatever you're using as to help guide you through guide the audience through your presentation. This will help the students connect with you. The symbolization and indentation showing the relationship between ideas will also help people follow what you are talking about. People learn differently. Some may be able to just follow your speech, but others need a visual framework to help keep them engaged. This is what a visual framework would look like. A bibliography lists your sources used to prepare your speech. You don't have to include your bibliography in your slides, but having it makes it easy for you to refer back to it to ensure that you give proper credit where it's due while you are presenting. And it will encourage you to have more material or to use more supporting material in your presentation because it's right there. The last point in this video is the speaking outline. This is the outline that you may use while giving your speech to help jog your memory, to maintain engagement and eye contact. Remember these key points so that you don't lose that eye contact. Make sure that it visually makes sense. You will need to be able to read it only by glancing at it for a split second. For that reason, you also want to make sure that it's legible and brief. And give yourself delivery cues like pause and or loud to help yourself during the presentation. Remember what points need emphasis and how you decided or pre-decided to emphasize these points.